If I wanted to move to the Nashville area and live within a district that had top ranked schools, this is where I would be looking. I did the research so you don't have to. As an agent, I cannot tell you which schools I think are good. So all of this information will be coming from niche.com on what Tennessee ranks these school districts. The number 3 best district in all of Tennessee is Williamson County Schools, located about 30-45 minutes from downtown Nashville, depending where you're at in the county and how much traffic there is. So it could even be a little bit longer. This will include Franklin, parts of Brentwood, Fairview, Spring Hill, Nolensville, Thompson Station, College Grove. Williamson County is beautiful. I wouldn't really call it rural, but there is a lot of land. It is very desirable. That is what you think of when somebody says they're moving to Nashville. You think of either Nashville or Franklin. This is where a lot of these celebrities are moving to. A lot of them have land down there. Truly some beautiful homes. Even if you don't live here, highly recommend at least driving around. Downtown Franklin is charming. It's adorable. It has a bunch of little shops and restaurants. They always have festivals going on. Major shopping in Brentwood and Cool Springs, so multiple options down there. And of course, it's where the In-N-Out headquarters will be. Price point wise, you're looking on the higher end as you're looking at the higher ranked schools. I would say on average, you're looking anywhere from $700K upwards of $1 million and even beyond. Now, you can get a more affordable home in Williamson County, no problem, especially if you're looking in Fairview, parts of Spring Hill. Depending where you want to be in Williamson County, you may have to make a couple compromises on the house itself. Next is Wilson County. That's going to be your Mount Juliet and your Lebanon. Mount Juliet has Providence, which has all of the shopping, the Costco, Target, Marshalls, all the good stuff. Lebanon has a cute little square. I would say Lebanon is on the more rural side. If you can find something that's in between Mount Juliet and Lebanon, you kind of get that sweet spot where you're close to all the shopping. It's that suburban to rural transition. You still get a little bit more land. Price point wise, we have had first time home buyers in Wilson County get something around the $400,000 range. But if you're wanting something that's on average, I would say typically about $600,000 to $700,000 is a little bit more realistic, depending what you're wanting, of course. They also call Mount Juliet the land between the lakes because you're in between Old Hickory Lake and Percy Priest Lake. You're looking at about 30 to 40 minutes into the city, a little bit more with rush hour traffic, but the perk to Wilson County is it seems like there's a lot more back roads into downtown Nashville that you can use as a backup. Next is Rutherford. This is going to encompass mainly the Murfreesboro area, some Smyrna, Laverne, a little sprinkle in Nolensville. So Rutherford's interesting. You kind of have a conglomerate of everything because Murfreesboro has MTSU down there, so you get a little bit of the college town feel, but it's also very suburban. You have all of your shopping, and on the outskirts, there are little pieces that you can get land. Very affordable, a lot more bang for your buck down in Rutherford County, specifically in Murfreesboro. Biggest downside I would say to this area is the traffic. It gets so bad during rush hour. Bumper to bumper. It is probably the worst traffic-wise, I would say, on this entire list. And we have Sumner County. The 2 main points in Sumner County are Hendersonville and Gallatin. There is White House and a couple other smaller towns sprinkled in, but these are the 2 that I'm going to focus on. Hendersonville is going to be the most similar to Mount Juliet, and Gallatin is going to be the most similar to Lebanon, as far as suburban and rural vibes kind of go. Hendersonville has all of your shopping. I would say up here you get a little bit more of the lake life. There are a lot more waterfront properties up in Hendersonville and Gallatin, which comes at a little bit of a higher price point. Hendersonville, I'd probably say, is one of the most desirable areas from people that are moving from out of state to Nashville. Johnny Cash lived there, Taylor Swift moved there. I would also say Hendersonville has much better local restaurant options versus a lot of the other places have more chains. Into the city is going to be about the same, about that 30 to 45 minute mark, a little bit more during rush hour traffic. Price point wise, you can get something that is a little bit more on the affordable side in the $400,000 range, or there are waterfront lake properties that are in the millions. So on average, I would say around that $600,000 range gets you a really, really nice home in Sumner County.